Flick it. Wabba dabba dabba. You. That's my stone. No, that's not gonna end. Oh. Oh. Right into the driver's side. Hey everybody, welcome to a video, and for a change you can download this track for AMS1 and have a go yourself. It is a really challenging Group B-ish mod, not claiming to be the best ultimate Group B simulator, but what happens if I try to do rally physics using Automobilista 1? Before we get started, I want to postpone that as long as possible because, well, it's mildly scary and terrifying. We have to thank a few people. First of all, Frank55, he was around a long time ago with R-Factor 1 modding. He made these chunky Group B cars. Sadly, Frank passed away some 13 years ago already, but I hope he thinks it's a good idea that some people might get some enjoyment over the holidays in AMS1, being terrified in an Audi Group B car, driving it up the Transfagarason Hillclimb. That's the one. That's made by Goy Baka. I could not reach him, but he has given permission in the past for conversions. I'm really messing with my cables here. This will be a single take, he says. Thanks to him for this amazing track. Came out 12 years ago for R-Factor 1, so back in the day it looked really good. Of course nowadays it's a bit chunky, but it's still reasonably okay. However, the graphics are not the point. The point is being terrified, going sideways, Scandinavian flicking, left foot braking in this amazing rally car. And finally we have to thank Matthew Sibagnoni. He's from the Discord, AMS Discord. He helped convert these cars to look a bit nicer in AMS. They still are old models, but they just shine and look a bit better, so thanks to him. Also his link to his YouTube channel in the description if you want to check out his modding work. Those are the thank yous out of the way. Wearing my headset means my nose is pinched a little bit. I will make some weird breathing noises. It might all be quite horrible. We'll see how that goes. Links in the description to download the mod. There is also a PDF file included with some background information of how I came in contact with rallying, my first rally games, the physics of this stuff that I'm driving today as well, so do check that out. And I guess that's about that. It is quite difficult. We are driving an Audi S1. It has lots of power. Problem with the Group B era is, of course, it's sort of mythological, legendary. But also sometimes maybe the specs we see are not quite realistic. I've installed a double clutch gearbox. They did try something similar to that, and it helps us a lot because we can left foot brake and pull up to the line. We can left foot brake, and this car with the engine in the front, it really helps to get the car into the turns by applying a bit of brakes. And then with the load on the nose it will turn in quite nicely. But it's also a really short wheelbase, lots of power. It can be twitchy and understeery and oversteery in a very short period. All these things in like 1 second after another. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try to talk a bit about Group B, about this mod, this physics and the track. I can do a 13 minutes 20 something, 25.9. That's what I did when I was not recording. Let me just check. Yeah, we are recording. I'm just checking, you know. I'm always recording when I want to record. It never happened that I'm trying to record something, having an amazing time, saying amazing things, being genuinely funny, and then turns out I'm not recording it. That never happened. Let's just go, see how it goes. Just goes through the gears so fast, up to 6th gear. Now we're on the brake late. 2 gears down, 3 gears down, 4 gears down. Throwing it in, nice on the inside, pretty good. Don't be too sideways. That's slow. Yes, pretty good. So already this left foot braking is saving me because I can just do a bit of a dab of the brake pedal. And that tucks in the nose quite nicely, avoids the understeer, but you should not attempt to create oversteer mid-corner. You need to be sliding on your way into the turn. This car requires crazy commitment. So braking sideways and then the low transfer comes. You have to be sideways before the corner. And then just ride the throttle on the exit. So I've got that rotation. Very nice. If you can get it to be sideways on the brakes, then you can unleash that rotation and sort of get into the turn. Down a gear, weight on the nose, turn in, throttle up. Briefly up to 5th gear, down 4th. Left foot brake, neutral-ish. So it would have been so much harder having to clutch and heel and toe. There as well, nice. Tucked it in, ooh, running well. Down 2 gears. So this is an easy car to drive from the perspective of not having to heel and toe and rev match. But it's a hard car in other areas. You have to be super committed. The car has a really short wheelbase. Making it quite sensitive to left foot braking. But also strangely twitchy. Oh, is this what this is going to? Oh! That's a tricky part to not understeer. Of course, compared to Peugeot and the Lancia, Audi with the engine hanging out the front, they did try to move the weight to the back, but you get another issue. You have an engine sticking out the front and then you move all the other bits. This one tightens. Chicken. You move all the other bits to the back, so you have nothing in the middle. Heavy bits on the front and heavy bits on the rear. 4th gear, flick. Oh, close, yeah. Down to 3rd. Oh, almost lost it. And having heavy bits sticking out the front and the rear means the inertia of the car is quite high. So, despite being short wheelbase, the car has a relatively high inertia, making it fairly sluggish in rotation and change of direction. So I just cannot compete with the mid-engine cars that are eager to rotate. Yeah, that's good. Although it also takes a lot of skill to control that faster rotation. But this just means you have to do things in advance more than with a mid-engine car. Lift. Yes. Okay, shut up. Get this right. Yeah, good. So up to 6th gear. down 3 gears. Fast bit, very scary. 5th gear, left foot brake. Another left foot brake. 4th gear, left foot brake. 5th, running out of revs in 5th gear here. Unseen, medium left. Yeah, almost lost the turbo there. Sixth gear, brake, oh, didn't quite get the flick going. 2 gears down. Yeah, pretty good. I'm out of rhythm. Very close to the wall. Downhill, braking, too late. Oh, just about managed it. Another downhill, left braking. The slightest of left foot braking can be enough sometimes. Tricky, very narrow. Off camber. And we are approaching the tree line. We are climbing insanely high. Downforce, we do have some. Down 2 gears. Up to 5th gear. Down 2 gears. See if we can. Yes. Just about. Lots of hairpins here. Sideways braking, if you can pull it off, it's nice. Very close to the rail. Oh, that's too sideways, too late. These are the fastest physics that I've made over the years for this hill climb. Let's see if we can do 5th gear sideways braking. Wow, excellent. Because the tire physics are quite weird in the sense that they are maybe, just maybe, Oh, yeah. Trying to do a few things that might or may or may not be realistic. Down 3rd gear. So wind it up, rotate, be sideways, and then it will flick. So the more gravel I displace, the more grip I sort of have. So I get my most grip, not just cornering, not just accelerating, but doing a bit of both. And flick it, which is quite hard to explain, but it is in the PDF document if you download this mod and you want to know about that. Traditional tire models, they will see you losing a bit of cornering grip as soon as you apply throttle mid-corner. Oh, that's very close. But here, if we apply throttle, we actually get a bit more grip out of the tire when we are doing some cornering and acceleration, or cornering and braking. And the more sideways we go, the more grip we have, but we are just not pointing the car. Oh, deadly, deadly, oh boy. Not quite pointing the car where we want to go. Off camber exit. Here the road is quite narrow, making it hard to do a flick. There's not enough room. To fifth gear. Sideways, you wind it up. Third gear. Two corners to go. Tightens. Really deceptive. Well, it's not quite a great lap time. Not quite a great time. 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 0.6. I want to do that again. Be better, be faster. Fuck yeah. "13 minutes, 13 seconds, and well, let's make that 6:66. Not quite. So that was my best time yet. There's still quite a bit more in it, but the Shut-Up-and-Drive does give better results than the Talk&Drive. Wow, this is quite a challenge, and that commitment is just so exciting. You need something to unwind before you can rotate the car, so you have to be sideways by Scandinavian flicking, just by controlling the car sideways on the brakes, the opposite way, and then you can swing it around. That all requires 100% commitment, and you're doing a 24-kilometer uphill struggle where death is literally at any corner, so it's really intense, and you have to use a lot of throttle to stay sideways. So yeah, it's a ferocious battle. I really enjoy doing this. Some words just like, what have I done here? It is of course all subjective. I know that there are no specs really on these Group B cars. They change every rally. We do not really know what the grip levels of rally tires on gravel are. There's very little or no data available. I managed to do some weird tricks that may or may not be realistic. So we have the asymmetrical grip, giving us more braking grip, where we can compound, we can stack up more gravel as we pile it up as we brake with a locked tire, but we can only throw so much gravel out the back when we accelerate, so we have more braking grip, which helps. It's a safety net. You can brake later than you think, more or less out of control maybe, but you still have a lot of deceleration you can do. Helped of course in this track, we are going uphill, so we automatically have like the uphill braking effect without even touching the brakes. And the most grip is to be had when we exit a turn or we brake into a turn, so we want to be displacing as much gravel as possible, which helps by going more sideways, having more wheel spin, locking a tire. All this stuff generates more grip, but also means we are locking the tires and not having a lot of directional stability and control. Or we are going super sideways, and then we might get just a little bit more cornering grip, but going 90 degrees sideways stops all the forward momentum. So the most grip is out there, but you don't really want to be there to have the best speed, because we want to go forward as fast as possible. But it does feel very different. The tire that we have here, that has its most grip, combines grip situations. When we accelerate out of a turn, we are still cornering, we're also accelerating. That means the car is sort of stable out of turns, and it feels quite different than a normal tarmac tire. So I spent quite a bit of time with this over the last years. This is definitely the quickest set of physics I've made here. I've never done a 13 minutes 13. I think I've overdone the grip levels slightly, probably, I don't know, really don't know. I also think, however, that maybe WRC or the Codemaster, I'm really hot and sweaty, I'm forgetting the Dirt Rally, that's what it's called. They may not paint a super accurate picture. For one, I tried them very briefly, but I didn't really like the throttle model. You need 80% throttle sort of to get going. It's a common thing with so many sims where you put it in gear, and if I'm really careful with the throttle, see, I'm crawling, I can just about drive away just on the throttle alone. Very few sims do that sort of properly, and this is just the merest touch of throttle is sensitive. It should be like that. So I get frustrated by the lack of proper engine throttle model in Dirt Rally, in WRC, also in Assetto Corsa, that I don't really want to play those games. I prefer my own sandbox, pun intended, well, gravel box. So that doesn't mean these physics are better though. I think maybe the other rally sims might be sort of catering towards people with a gamepad as well. I think it might be a little bit too optimistic with grip levels and how easy it is to drive and how far in advance you have to prepare your corners, but I'm not entirely sure at all. I'm somewhat confident when it comes to circuit racing. I have some data there, some knowledge there, some experience there, but gravel physics, they're all sort of a new thing. However, the links are below. check that out if you want to have a go. See if you can beat 13 minutes 13 seconds. You do have to learn this stage out of like the back of your hand, and those deceptive corners. And bear in mind, a lot of objects on this track, around this track, are a lot more solid than you think they are, and they hurt a lot more than you think they should. So if you feel like having a go, links in the description. I hope you enjoyed that. I also hope you had a nice Christmas. Maybe you have some holidays left. Perfect way to waste them going insane trying to navigate this Audi up this mountain. Thank you guys for watching, and I will probably see you at some point in the new year. Bye bye. Cheers.